Howdy folks, been jamming on a budget here. Thought I would do a quick unboxing video for the Osight X RMR footprint optic. Pretty neat little thing there. Purchased with my own money. Nobody sent that to me. Just a little old YouTuber, so nobody sends me stuff. So, alright, first go over what we have for the install. Just my wrenches here, the hex wrench, and my torque wrench when we're ready to do the final screw in. And Loctite, of course, gotta have Loctite or you will experience problems. I have. The optic I have on this one currently is getting swapped out for the Osight X. This is the PSA Dagger Compact compensated slide. I usually don't end up taking it off, but we'll go ahead and take it off for this one. First, of course, check it's clear, pull the trigger, go ahead and pop that slide off. Let's take this out for ease of use. Go ahead and do the same for the one we put in the Zulisy on there, which has actually been a really good optic. I am not displeased with it, but I really wanted to try this. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, then take the, I checked these already, so I'm not checking chambers again. Alright, put our other stuff over there for when we need it. And go ahead and start opening this thing up here. Looks like we got a sealed brake. Easy removal. I usually go at it like a maniac first, and there's always a simple way to do it. I've torn the box to shreds. Let's do it proper this time. Alright, so probably what, maybe push or pull out. Okay. Thanks for being part of the Osight family. Your support is the reason we are here. Enjoy. Okay. Let's see, a little more room here. Alright, we've got our screws. Looks like battery charger, wrench. Not sure what that is. We'll see. Looks like some kind of maybe lanyard. And the charging cord. And of course, the optic itself. Actually, no, there's the charger in there. That looked like the charger. Must be something for the charger. Oh, is that the land? Oh. Ah, a nice little carrying bag. Very nice. And a screen cloth. Nice little carrying bag. I guess that's just for the charger, I suppose. Take with you where you're going so you can charge it while you're on the go. Let's see what's in here. Okay, looks like we've got the lanyard, which I'm not sure what that's for yet. We might actually read the instructions for this because it's rubbery. It's got like a little pin needle on the end of it. Okay, interesting. Assuming this is USB-C charging cable, and the hex wrench and MOA adjustment wrench tool there. And let's go ahead and take a look at our screws. Okay, for our application is going to be 632 length and width, excuse me, actually I think that's what that is. And the lengths looks like they come with 8 and 7.5 and 10 and 9.5, which is good. Okay, so we'll want to use one that's a little bit shorter on the side with the extractor. This is actually pretty impressive. I'm actually pretty impressed with this so far, the packaging. legit. Let's see. I really like this. Check this out with the screws. Little container. Oh man, that's legit. Usually you just get those baggies. Even Vortex sent little baggies with their new Defender optics. But oh, good. Alright. Let's see. What's our instructions in here? We can actually get them out of there without destroying them. Jesus. Alright, let's see. Improvise here. Alright. There we go. Give it a nice little bag for the instructions. Olight's really stepping up their game, man. I'm telling you. They're legit. Alright, let me just close this for now. Or just leave that open, I guess. Alright, they've got some zeroing instructions. We know what we're doing there. User manual and safety warnings. We don't care about the safety warnings. We really do care about the manual, though, because this optic in particular, the X, is a multi-reticle optic, meaning you do get to cycle through different reticle options, such as a circle, a dot, and a circle, and a dot. Let's see, where does that talk about? Okay, here, cycling through the different optic, the different reticle options. Looks like press and hold the minus button over 3 seconds. Manual off, there's a brightness adjustment, obviously, battery indicators. Oh wow, there's even a battery indicator light. That's pretty dope. Okay, the motion sensor function, we also want that. We don't want it to be manual on and off, so it comes on when you draw and goes off when it's been sitting still, obviously to save battery life. So double press and hold the minus for over 3 seconds. Flash on once it's on, flash twice it's on. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Let's see, charging. Charge the charging cover with the USB-C cable, then the charging cover goes on the optic itself to charge wirelessly. That's pretty dope. Okay. Alright, I think I've seen enough. Let's go ahead and pop this baby out and see. Now, would normally, oh gosh, I started looking for a battery slot. What am I thinking? This is the battery itself. And this cover here pops right on top, even magnetized. Check that out. That is cool. Very cool. Alright. Don't know if it has any charge. Let's see. Oh, yep, it does. It just came on. Let me see if I can turn the brightness down. It's all the way up, it appears. That is a pretty crisp, clear optic reticle. Let me see if I can get it on camera. I'm guessing it'll look the same to everybody through the camera, but if you have astigmatism like myself, it does make it look a little blurry. It looks bigger in the window than it does in the camera right now, but that is the complete set of dot and circle. Very clear window. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. I guess we'll go ahead and pot it on before we start playing around with settings, so all this. Oh, you know what? Actually, real quick. Did anyone see? Okay, there's the lanyard. What in God's name is the lanyard used? I don't understand the little pin on the end. I'm so confused about that. I've never seen anything like that. Okay. Okay, I'm just dumb, but I've never seen anything like that. Okay. So first we want to remove our existing optic. And take my hex wrench here and get these screws off. Alright, there we go. Now I'm just going to use those existing screws, and I believe they have a pretty good amount of Loctites on it, so we'll do that after. But first, a shop towel here just in case, and wipe that down. Make sure we're all cleaned up nice. Alright, so our 632 screws are what we use for these. And the sizes indicated are 10 millimeter and 8 millimeter. So what we're going to do, we want to use our 8s on the right side where said extractor is, an extractor rod, which runs the tip of it there. If you know what you're talking about, that's what runs here. And obviously if a screw is pushing down on it, it will prevent the gun from extracting. We definitely don't want that, so we want... And also I've found these little so-called thread locker, whatever tape stuff such as this that come on the screws are completely ineffective. You will want to use additional Loctite or you will have problems. This will, it will back out on you, at least in my experience. Maybe if you don't shoot a lot, but if you do, it's coming out. All right, let's get maybe just a piece of paper. To use as just a way to protect my cleaning mat here so I get Loctite all over it. Just pop them there like that. And this is Loctite 243. I believe 242 is the stronger one, or maybe I'm thinking the other way around. But this is medium strength, and I've had a lot of good success with this stuff. Let me go ahead and find my right size bit for, that's it there, from our torque wrench here, and it should be already actually set at like, got it set like 16, 17 maybe pounds per square inch, but 15 is the recommended, so it's actually probably a little high. Let's back it down a little bit, just a tad, so it's like right at 16, just to have a little extra tightness there. You can over tighten them, but that definitely I don't believe will. 1 pound extra I don't believe will per square inch. So all we got to do then is just put on our Loctite here. Have a few drops on the threads there. This stuff is pretty liquidy, so it's just gonna kind of fall everywhere, but that's all right. We will work that in accordingly. All right, we can let that sit for just a second and bother anything now. Go ahead and place our optic on the slide. Get it down on those lugs. Okay. And line our screws up, or our holes for our screw holes with our screws. And I'm going to go ahead and grab, and we go around this way actually. There we go. Take that little screw there. Put it on the end of our torque wrench. A little bit on the hand there. Now I just kind of fish them in there just because I don't want to get a lot of that Loctite on everything. Yep, see, dropped right in. Take our other one. I think that's probably a good amount of Loctite. I probably don't even really need to do all this with this one, but get some Loctite on myself and off of that. But I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's see. Start putting it in. Boop. There we go. Alright. Now that said, we're going to go ahead and start. Oof. Now this particular torque wrench, this Wheeler, it's got kind of a fat rod there to, yeah, it works, that squeezes in. Okay, I'm gonna kind of just get each one started until I feel it. Now I want to hold it as centered as I possibly can on the slide while it's going in and getting tight. Starting to get a little snug. See, this one's tricky with the torque wrench, doesn't want to get in there. Okay, we're getting close to getting the right torque spec, which you'll hear a click on the torque wrench when it does. Almost there. There we go. And that one. Alright. So those are now torqued to about 16 pounds per square inch. And I just want to double check that I got the slide centered, the optic centered on the slide. Very OCD about this kind of stuff. I hate that optics hang over the slide in general, but I at least want it to be even. It kind of looks like this one's over a little bit further than I want. No, maybe not. Guess I could break out the calipers and check, but I think we're good. We won't worry too much about that. Alright. That's installed. We'll do the exact same thing for our other slide. And since those screws are already good to go, this one's going to be pretty easy. Do the same thing. Just get it down on our lugs. Make sure it's centered as much as possible. Now the screw engagement, I will say, compared to these screws, which are the Zulisy screws, or the screws that came with the Zulisy optic, I feel like the engagement is a lot better on the Osight. That feels okay, but I don't know, it just felt strange. That's basically zeroed already on there, but this one most likely is not. Nope, of course not. And that's alright. What we're going to do then, and this is what I do basically. Now I could break out the bore laser and just kind of see where we're at, but I already know where this one's hitting at with the iron sight. So what I typically do is I'll move my reticle over the iron sights, either right on top of the front sight or maybe right above, like dot in the eye, and then just go to the range and shoot and see where it hits, and then just go from there. Looks like I'm getting Loctite all over my slide, so that's great. But yeah, I know that you know, a lot of people probably sight their stuff in different, but that's just how I do it, and I've had pretty good success with it. And I will say, man, this looks good. This looks really good on here. That's a big window. I mean, that's legit. That's like a competition-sized optic window. It's very nice. Very impressed. Very impressed. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for checking in. Take it easy.